right, good morning. 7:42. We're talking about money. We're talking about your 401k. Are you taking advantage, full advantage of your account? Here to share what borrowers need to know, our friend Chase Wilsey. Good morning.
Good morning.
I like talking to you about money and bank accounts. And Chase, what do I do with this? What do I do with that? 4 out of 10 workers, from what I understand, don't contribute any money at all to a 401k. Why is that?
I just gotta say, I was shocked by this. I saw the survey in CNBC and I was like, 4 out of 10, 401k is such a great benefit. I was so surprised that 40% of people aren't contributing to it.
What's the reason?
I believe there's a couple different reasons. Number one, I mean, when you kind of are starting employment somewhere, a lot of times you're, I'm gonna say, overwhelmed with a big handbook of all the benefits and potential things that that company offers you. And maybe your entry date isn't for 6 months, a year, and maybe you forget about it. Or maybe you don't even know about the 401k. There's that lack of education about what your full benefits are. You need to understand and talk to HR, talk to somebody in your company about what that retirement plan looks like. I think the other thing as well is I'm gonna say there's a lot of misinformation out there where people say, oh, 401ks aren't good, you shouldn't do the 401k. And I'll talk a little bit more about why they are good. There are a lot of benefits to the 401ks. I think that misinformation scares people sometimes.
How much money should you be putting away in your 401k?
The first thing I look at here is what is the company's match? And this was another surprise I saw. The average match right now is about 4.7% as of Q2. I mean, that is a great match. Free money, essentially.
That means, just break this down layman's term for people that may not know, since we have 40% of people that are not doing this. That means your company, like, you put in money and then your company is gonna match a certain amount of that.
Correct. So I'm just gonna make the numbers very simple.
Okay.
If you make $100,000 and you put in $4,700, that's 4.7%. If your company has a 100% match, they'll put in another $4,700.
Yeah, why would you not take advantage of that?
Exactly. It's free money. It's like going to your employer at the end of the year and they're saying, hey, do you want $4,700? No, I think I'll pass. You know?
When you put it that way, I think everybody's going to be signing up today.
Well, and you just got to know that is the bare minimum. And I say it's a non-negotiable not to do the company match. It's just free money. We always tell people, if you went to a bank and they said, hey, we'll match your deposits here, most people will go to that bank.
We'll do it, yeah.
Same thing with the 401k. Don't pass up that match.
Okay, is there a certain percentage, you were going back to this, that we should be putting in, that's a safe amount to be putting in?
It really is going to depend on your situation, how close you are to retirement, what your retirement is going to look like in terms of, you know, your cash flow needs. Because that person, you got to understand, is pensions are not what they used to be. A lot of times, you know, decades ago, people get pensions. I personally like the 401k better than the pensions because it gives you more control, but you got to understand you don't have that cash flow coming in. Also, too, Social Security is going to look different, in my opinion, than it does today, you know, 10, 15, 20 years from now. You can't rely on that. Take control of your own retirement. I tell people, do as much as you can, but at least do that matching point.
At least the matching point. Okay, if you leave your employer, I know a lot of people are moving around jobs. They have been over the past few years, especially with the pandemic. What do you do with your 401k if you're at one company today, you're in a new place tomorrow? Yeah,
and this was kind of another surprise to me because there's about 1 out of 5 people have old 401ks at old employers, and the average balance is like $55,000. So it's a sizable amount there in old 401ks. I always tell people, if you have an old 401k, again, take control and move that into what we call an IRA rollover. The reason that's so beneficial is now you have more options. In a 401k, you're limited to many times what is the mutual fund lineup. You can only pick those investments. The other thing as well, I tell people with 401ks is there's generally a little bit more fees. You have what's known as a third-party administrator. You have a record keeper. You many times have a financial advisor. You have a custodian. You have the mutual fund company. There's 5 different players in there that they are taking all a little bit of fees out of there. So if you move that into an IRA rollover, you take more control, you can reduce a lot of those fees and have more options in terms of your investments. So I always tell people, move that money into an IRA rollover. 99% of the time, that's going to be the best thing you can do.
Let's say you haven't done any of these. What could you do today? What could you add on your to-do list today to start this?
So if you're looking at your 401k, I would just say spend a little time looking at your options. It's best to take control of your 401k because you want to know your contribution rate. You want to know if you're putting in pre-tax or after-tax via a Roth 401k. And also, too, 46% of people don't even know what investment options are in their 401k. Spend some time, look at those investment options, come with a good long-term plan. And I tell people, it's not like this is something you got to do every month, every quarter. Even if you do it just once a year for a couple hours, that's the bare minimum you should be putting in, and that should suffice.
Call for. See? Add it to my list because of you. Thank you. Always
Of
good
course.
to see you, Chase.
Of course, happy to be here.